Ever feel like you're just drowning in schoolwork, but your grades don't really show how much effort you're putting in? Well, today, we're gonna unlock a productivity secret that will help you work less, stress less, and actually achieve more. Let's dive in. So you're buried in textbooks, right? Your highlighters have all run out of ink, and you've been grinding for hours. You are definitely busy, but are you being productive? This is what we call the busy trap, and we're about to show you the way out. It feels like a constant flood, doesn't it? Classes, assignments, projects. Maybe you even have a job or play sports. That to-do list just never seems to get any shorter, and the clock is always ticking. And here's the tough truth. You simply can't do it all. But what if I told you you didn't have to do it all? What if you could actually take back control with one simple but incredibly powerful principle that cuts right through the chaos and helps you focus on what really drives your success? It all comes down to this one simple ratio, 80-20. Now, it looks simple, I know, but trust me, when you truly master this concept, it will completely revolutionize how you approach your work and your grades. So what is this all about? It's called the Pareto Principle, named after an economist, Vilfredo Pareto. Way back in 1895, he noticed something fascinating, that in a ton of different situations, a tiny fraction of the causes leads to the vast majority of the results. And for you as a student, this is huge. It means that roughly 20% of your study activities are generating 80% of your good grades. Just let that sink in for a second. A small, focused part of your effort is responsible for almost all of your success. The real key is figuring out what that vital 20% is. So your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to pinpoint your vital few, those critical, high-impact tasks, and learn to separate them from the trivial many that just keep you busy but don't move the needle. This slide here makes it crystal clear. On the left, you've got the vital few. We're talking about the big stuff, that research paper worth 30% of your grade, seriously studying for a final, or finishing a complex lab report. These are the heavy hitters. And then on the right, the trivial many. You know what I'm talking about. Organizing your computer folders, color-coding your notes for the 5th time, things that feel productive, but have almost zero real impact on your grade. And here's the trap we all fall into, right? We procrastinate on those big, important tasks precisely because they're challenging. So instead, we fill our time with the easy, low-value stuff. Sure, it feels great to check things off a list, but really, we're just spinning our wheels on the 80% of tasks that don't truly matter. Okay, so how do you actually put the 80-20 rule into practice? It all comes down to a really simple 3-step plan you can start using every single week. Let's break it down. It is honestly this straightforward. First, you're going to get everything out of your head and onto a list. Second, you analyze that list to find the absolute gold. And third, you make damn sure that gold gets the time and attention it deserves. Step 1, the brain dump. Seriously, just grab a piece of paper or open a new document and list every single school-related thing you have to do. Big or small, easy or hard, just get it all out. This gives you a clear picture of everything on your plate. Step 2 is where the magic happens. You need to ask the most important question in all of productivity. What is the absolute most valuable use of my time right now? Scan your list and find that one task that will make the biggest positive impact. That's your priority. And finally, step 3. Once you know what your 20% is, you have to guard the time to do it fiercely. I mean it. Schedule it in your calendar, turn off your phone, tell your friends you're busy. This time is sacred because this is where all your best results are going to come from. Now that you've figured out your 20%, it's time to tackle it head on. And this leads us to another really powerful idea called eating the frog, which is all about doing your most important work first. So your frog is that critical task from your 20% list. It's usually big, it's challenging, and it's probably the one you really don't want to do. But it's also the single task that will have the greatest positive impact on your life and your grades. And here's the main takeaway. Your most valuable task, your 20% task, is almost always your biggest, ugliest frog. And the rule is simple. You have to eat that frog first, before you do anything else. And look, this isn't easy. The work that matters most is often the most difficult, but the payoff is absolutely immense. When you conquer one of these frogs, you get this incredible surge of energy and accomplishment that will power you through the rest of the day. All right, you've got the theory down. Now it's time to actually put this into practice. So I have a simple, quick win challenge for you to try out today. This is what we call creative procrastination.
You're probably going to procrastinate on something anyway, so you might as well choose to put off the unimportant tasks. Find one item on your list from that bottom 80%, the busy work, and just deliberately decide not to do it today. Then use that time you just got back to tackle a real frog.
Learning to say no is a superpower. Every single time you say no to a low-value activity, you are saying yes to your most important goals. You're making time for the work that is actually going to define your success. So I'll leave you with this one question. Take a good, hard look at your schedule, your to-do list, your daily habits. What's one low-impact thing you can eliminate right now to make space for the work that will truly shape your future?